Hi there. This is Kelly, and I'm going to give you the best of the best right now. These are a lot of new releases for 2018, so get ready. These are good ones. This is an old one, but it's super popular with babies. It's our That's Not My series with lots of great tactile pieces throughout. There's also a little mouse hidden on every page, and there are a whole bunch in this series. This one is That's Not My Dragon. There's That's Not My Tractor. That's Not My Squirrel. That's Not My Badger. All kinds in this series. Very popular. Our fold-out books, this is a brand new one for 2018. It's all nursery rhymes. And these are great because they actually fold out and you can set them up like a little accordion book in front of baby. This one is awesome because it actually has stories inside, the different nursery rhymes inside with illustrations that you could read through. Some of them are truly tummy time books with a black and white side and a color side, and those are great too. Super awesome for babies. Also a good one for new babies is our cloth books. They have the little rattle on the handle and lots of fun little cloth cute pages to chew on and play with and have a lovely time. My First 100 Words is a brand new title as well, and this one has just all kinds of great new words with bright illustrations for kiddos to learn and love. Lots of fun pictures of different scenes and bright beautiful colors. So that's a good one too. Pull my next stack over. Another great one, I usually say for 2 and up, is our Slide and See series. This is the zoo. We also have Under the Sea and a bunch of others in this series. They have these great moving parts, but no flaps that will get torn out. So I love this series. It's very, very popular. And our sound books are fairly new. They are, this one's Garden Sounds. There's an orchestra and a jungle, and they have these really lovely sounds that don't make you go crazy because they're lovely sounds. Little frogs croaking and lots of color, and there's some cutout pieces so you can feel or trace little lines with your little fingers. So that's a really great series too. Muddle and Match is tried and true. It's been around for quite some time, and there are a bunch in the series. There are also some new ones. There's a fairy tale one, but it's a fun little mix and match book where you get to make your own little story. Everyone loves the Muddles. Great for 3 and up. And then this is brand new, our pop-up fairy tales. This is Cinderella, and you can see it actually pops up. One of the most amazing things about this book, see, look at that, is this last page where her shoe fits, and then when you open it, look at her dress. Isn't that amazing? So that is just the classic Cinderella, but in a pop-up. We also have some great activity books. So our wipe cleans are super popular. This is one of our activities. There's also ABCs and numbers and all kinds in the series. This one helps you practice dot to dots down here, or mazes, or matching, all kinds of things that are great for pen control and just tracing and getting used to writing and practicing following directions, basically. So there are lots and lots in that series. It's such a great series to have. Also for toddlers, I love to recommend our Big Book of Bigs because they're just big, and kids love things that are big. So you can see in here, this is our Big Book of Animals. It opens up super duper duper big just to show you how gigantically huge whales really can be. And it's all nonfiction, so they're learning as they're playing with this book. There's also a Big Book of Big Tractors, Big Book of Big Trucks and Machines and Sea Animals, so lots to choose from in that series as well. We have some great flat books, so it's proven that kiddos learn more when they're actually interacting with the book. So our flat books are great for that. This is the classic Little Red Riding Hood. We also have some other fairy tale ones, Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and then there are some generic kind of ones like On the Farm. But they all have these beautiful cutouts, and then there are some flaps as you get a little farther into the book. These are great for preschoolish age, 3 to 4, and then we have a Look Inside series that is great for a little bit older, early elementary, and these are awesome because they actually take you, my very favorite page is the sea, deep, deep, deep down into the dark depths of the ocean. And again, all nonfiction. Kids don't even realize that they're learning, and there's so much coming out of these. And then this is one of our newest Lift the Flaps, the periodic table. And I actually have just barely cracked this book open. I just got it. But you can pop open these flaps and learn about each individual element, which is pretty cool. So our flat books go anywhere from very, very young to much older, obviously, too. And then we have a great phonics series for your kiddos who are learning to read. So all kinds of cute, colorful, fun little stories, but focusing on a specific phonics element. So for instance, this one is hyena ballerina, the EE sound. There's underpants for ants, so it works on the A sound. Those are excellent. And I have to share our Farmyard Tales, even though I've shared this before, it is a classic. And it comes with a CD, which is awesome because you can play it in their bedroom or in the car and they can follow along. It's a story, it's a compilation of about 20 stories that follow our little characters, Sam and Poppy, as they go on their mini adventures. And the cool thing is that this is a dual reader. So it has a line of text across the top that is very simple. It's great for early readers to start working on their phonics. And then there's more complex text down here at the bottom that mom or dad could read with them and help them sort of complete the story a little bit. The other great thing is that every single page has a little duck hidden on it. Like here's one here, here's one here. So on every single page you get to search for the little duck too. So that's lots of fun. It's just a sweet little compilation of stories, but it has that dual reader aspect, which is really, really great. And I have to share this other classic. There's a Mouse Bought the House. I just love this book. It has our little mouse who pops out from the front cover and he goes through the front and pops out on the first page. This is great for helping kids practice their tracing. There's a new slot on every single page, so it helps us remember that we only turn one page at a time or we lose our mouse, and we read left to right. It's got lots of great phonics stuff associated with it. The little mouse pops out this back hole here, and then he can pop right back in the little house on the front, or go ahead and go through the book again, whichever is the direction you want to go. And it's also, there's a squirrel version of that one too. I have to slide a pile, bear with me. Now I want to give you some activity books. So this is brand new, there's no worries, and it's a great book for helping kids deal with their emotions. And especially if kids are experiencing any anxiety, it helps them to draw it out and how to actually process it, and encourages them, helps build their confidence. It's a great book with some fun little activities that actually teach the kiddos how to deal with their emotions. So I love this new addition to our libraries. We have some fun things like fingerprint activities, and we have these great animal doodles, there's some others too, but the doodle cards are great because they pop right out and there's all these cards, these individual wipe clean cards. Comes with a little dry erase marker, and each one of those cards has activities on the front and the back. There are 50 cards, so you have 100 sets of activities. I recommend you actually punch a hole in the corner of these cards and put them on a little binder ring so that they don't just fly everywhere. But these are awesome, fun cards. They're great for doctors' offices or restaurants, things like that. And then we have our sticker books that are super popular. You probably may know at least about our sticker dolly dressing books, which are a lot like paper dolls. You dress the dolls with the stickers. And then this is brand new, Build Your Own Monster Trucks. There's some others in the Build Your Own series to cater a little bit more to boys, but you take the stickers and you use them to, going the wrong way. You take your stickers and you use them to design your trucks. So it's super cool. Build your own superheroes and dinosaurs, cars, all kinds of fun things. We have some awesome drawing books to help build confidence and grow in their artistic abilities. We have these super awesome paper plane books, and we have a new 100 paper pterodactyls. It has instructions in the front cover on all the different kinds of styles of planes that you can fold, and then inside all the pages are actually pre-printed and tear-outable, and you just tear them, fold them, and fly them, and they fly great. My son absolutely loves these. We have lots of paper planes around. Our Academy books are new, and we're growing that series like you could not believe. Astronaut Academy I describe as though you were kind of going to space camp, but in a book. So you actually get to go learn how astronauts train and do all kinds of cool little activities that they would do to train and practice their balance and things like that. We also have Vet Academy and Doctor Academy, Scientist, Engineer Academy, a whole bunch in that series. Some other fun ones for your older kiddos are Write and Draw Your Own Comics. It just helps them, gives them some prompts and guides them in how to actually put together a comic. There's also a coding book we have. So a lot of fun things just to spark imagination and get kids involved with books. Some nonfiction options. We have very beginner and then a little bit more advanced. And these are great. My son loves nonfiction, so he thinks these are the best. But these are good early reader books, the beginner ones. This one's Night Animals, or a whole bunch in the series. And then this is our Discovery series, which is good for like 8, 9, and above. And it goes into tons more detail on that nonfiction topic. And I have to give you a couple of my very favorite storybooks. So Nibbles, I can't go without mentioning our lovely little book monster, Nibbles. He goes into this book and he actually eats through the pages. He gets to some classic fairy tales. He eats right through that page, changes the fairy tale, and eats out the back of the book. And he does that through a number of classic fairy tales. And then at the end, we get to catch him in a cage. You may have to read the book to find out whether he escapes out the back of the book or not. Do you see that hole? So Nibbles is super popular. Kids love it. Boy is a brand new title, and it's one of my very favorites. It's all about this little boy who is actually deaf and how he actually sees the world very similarly to everyone around him, but in a more beautiful, precious way, and how he actually saves a village from war. So it's a pretty cool book. Ava's Spectacular Spectacles is great, especially if you have a kiddo who wears glasses. It explains how if all these great little fairy tale characters had just worn their glasses, they wouldn't have gotten into near the trouble that they did. So there's Little Red Riding Hood, and it takes you through a number of other cute little classics. And at the end, we convince Ava that she probably should wear her glasses. And she's so happy. So that's a good one if you have kiddos who do wear glasses. I'm going to jump into some chapter type books. So we have a newer series that is like the Step Into Reading kinds of books that are leveled with great illustrations and very simple text. This is a level 2, so we have 1s as well, and then they go up from there. But there's a lot to learn, help kiddos build their confidence with their reading in those. And then our Billy B books are a great step into chapter books. There's Billy B and Hey Jack that cameo in each other's books. They're a whole bunch in the series, and you can see there's a lot of large print, white space, a few illustrations throughout the book, but very minimal. And these are awesome for building kids' confidence and getting them to move to chapter books. Some new ones that we have out, Billy and the Mini Monsters is new. It would be a next step probably. It's got lots of color and chapters and a little bit more advanced text. And then Fairy Unicorns is also new. Less on the illustrations, a little bit more text. I would say that's probably like 7, 8, and above. And then Ella Diaries is one of our former titles that is just still very popular. And it's all Ella's diary that you're reading. So you get to see all the things she's thinking and drawing. And it's just a really great little story for girls especially. Penny Dreadful I compare a lot to Junie B. Jones. She gets into lots of mischief. She's just a silly, funny little character. For boys, and girls, I love to recommend Fizz. My little guy loves this one. So it follows these little police dogs on their adventures. Again, there's some more illustrations, so like 7 and up is really, really great for this book. And Axel and Beast is a fairly new title as well. I compare it a lot to Big Hero 6, if you ever saw that movie. It's about a little boy who works with this robot to actually make the world a better place. We have some other new titles. I'm just going to flash them up there. Alfie Onion, for a little bit older, 8, 9, 10. And then Uncle Sean and Bill and the almost entirely unplanned adventure with these crazy heroic badgers and nasty children and worried llamas. And it sounds like a pretty silly, fun book for sure. Mythical Ninth is a great book because it's, if your kiddos like graphic novels, the beginning of every chapter starts with a little comic strip. And it's about these Yetis who saved the world. So it's very silly and funny, and it's got adventure. It's awesome. Possible Quest is a lot like Harry Potter, so if your kiddos are into that. Map Maker Chronicles is kind of historical fiction. It's great for older kiddos as well. And finally, I just want to show you, we have a whole new Bear Grylls series. So there are activity books, we have a survival handbook, and there are some actual chapter books as well in this series. So if your kids are into adventure and real life nonfiction survival stuff, these are great, and I would highly recommend those. So I hope that helps. If you guys have questions, please let me know. Thank you.